In this video, we're taking you on a tour of this stunning Nayara Tented Camp in La Fortuna, Costa Rica. A resort with a focus on sustainable eco-luxury. What's it really like to stay in this 5-star resort, and does it live up to the hype? Join us as we explore the lush rainforest and encounter the diverse wildlife that calls this extraordinary destination home, offering a glimpse into an unforgettable escape where adventure meets refined comfort. And with this resort, we think you'll agree, luxury travel can go green. Stick around to the end for a story that perfectly demonstrates just how good the staff at Nayara really are. So get ready for this glamping experience amidst the splendor of the Costa Rican rainforest in our spacious tent featuring a private plunge pool fed by a natural hot spring. Welcome to Travel at Random. We're Trevor and Ryan. This channel was started out of a love of travel. We're here to share unbiased and self-funded trip reports, hotel and flight reviews, and travel advice. We hope we inspire your next getaway. Check out our playlist in the description and browse the channel. If you enjoy the video, please hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with our latest content. It really helps the channel. Thanks for watching. Now, let's check out this amazing jungle resort. Located on the edge of the Unparalleled Volcano National Park and in the center of Costa Rica, the Nayara Tented Camp is about a 3-hour drive from either the two main airports in Costa Rica, San Jose and Liberia's airport in Guanacaste. Nestled among the trees, the resort features 29 one-bedroom Nayara tents, 6 two-bedroom family tents, and 2 4-bedroom tents, each with breathtaking views of the volcano. For the 4th consecutive year, the resort has been voted Travel + Leisure's best resort in Central America, and Costa Rica was Travel + Leisure's best destination for 2024. These accolades didn't influence our booking decision, but after our stay, we think they are well deserved. The Nayara Tented Camp is part of the leading hotels of the world, a collection of independent luxury hotels around the globe. The Tented Camp neighbors the Nayara Springs and Nayara Garden resorts. The Nayara Tented Camp is the newest of the 3 and opened at the end of 2019. While all 3 resorts connect as one large property, there is some separation and some overlap. Nayara Springs is adults only, so if you're looking for an escape without children, you might consider that resort. Guests at the Nayara properties can access the restaurants, pools, and venues of the other resorts. We'll get to the full tour of the resort in a moment. All 3 resorts are in Unparalleled, near the town of La Fortuna. We flew into Liberia, but the resort is about the same distance from San Jose's International Airport to the south. The hotel can arrange your transportation for a fee, but we opted to rent a car for this trip. Speaking with other visitors in the area, it sounded like the drive from Liberia was more relaxing, we didn't encounter much traffic, and the roads were in good condition. We have a separate video coming soon on driving in Costa Rica, so make sure you subscribe and check out our Costa Rica playlist. We'll put a link in the description of this video. This part of Costa Rica is known for the Unparalleled volcano, which has been dormant since 2010, natural hot springs, rainforest hikes, hanging bridges, wildlife viewing, and other outdoor nature activities. We have more videos coming, and they'll all be in our Costa Rica playlist. Now, let's go check out our room. We booked a Nayara tent. Each tent is elevated on stilts, offering spectacular views while minimizing environmental impact. The hotel's website invites you to experience the pure vida vibe of Costa Rica as you immerse yourself in sustainable luxury and unparalleled natural beauty. So does it live up to the hype, or is that just marketing lingo? Spoiler, yes. Yes, it does. They take their environmental impact seriously, and you'll notice this throughout the resort. As you enter the tent, you encounter a king-size bed facing the floor-to-ceiling sliding wall, with direct views of the Unparalleled volcano. The pillows and linens are excellent quality. While the goal is to disconnect and enjoy nature while you're at the resort, there are modern conveniences like outlets on the side of the bed. This provides plenty of space and power to recharge electronics. There is a TV in the corner, although we never turned it on. The bathroom is modern and uses quality materials. It features double vanities, a soaking tub, and separate indoor and outdoor showers, each with multiple rain shower heads. The indoor shower also had a hand shower. The tent features locally produced toiletries, which are of high quality. The resort tries to use no plastics, and the soaps were in ceramic vessels that you pour. It was very unique. Seeing the inside, you may be asking, is it really a tent? While there are doors and some structure in the middle of the walls which are covered in canvas, the roof was canvas, so yes, it is a tent. Just in case you're wondering, the tents do have air conditioning. At check-in, we were asked our time preference for daily housekeeping, and they stuck to that schedule. It was amazing. Even turn down was consistent, and they provided a different treat each night. They were even customized to my dietary restriction. The tent was spotless. Housekeeping does an excellent job at Nayara. The tent has a coffee maker with locally sourced brick coffee, water, and tea, and with the exception of the spirits and wines, the minibar is complimentary. This includes the snacks, the soft drinks, and beer. And this was replenished daily, which was a nice touch. All of the snacks were Costa Rican. Nayara provides guests with aluminum water bottles, which you get to keep. Glass bottled water is also provided and refreshed daily. The tap water is safe to drink, and it's nice to see the glass bottles. In fact, Nayara is so anti-plastic, they don't even use plastic trash bags. The bags and the trash cans both in the tent and around the resort are all paper. There's a spacious double-sided closet off the bathroom, which includes a bench, plenty of hanging space, shelving, and the room safe. In the closet, you'll also find laundry bags, which is great since the resort provides free laundry service. Heading outside, the tent features an expansive terrace with seating, lounging, and a hot spring-fed plunge pool. That's right, this pool is fed by a natural hot spring. They told us they drain and clean the pool after each guest, and then refill it. If it gets too cold during your stay, you can request them to refill it again. However, ours never got below 100 degrees and we were there for 4 nights. This terrace is also where you can enjoy breakfast each morning, which was included with the nightly rate during our stay. They provide you with a menu card during turndown, which you can leave on your door. You can also have breakfast in the Tented Camp's main restaurant, Ayala. We'll talk more about food in a moment. This could be dependent on where your tent is located on the property, but we found our tent to be very private. We were in tent 12. We couldn't see another tent from inside or on the pool deck of our tent. The grounds are really lush and natural, making each tent feel secluded. Now that you've seen the tent, let's explore the grounds. Before the resort, this property was deforested and served as a cattle farm. The owners of Nayara are from Costa Rica, and they wanted to bring back the jungle and the wildlife. I think they succeeded. Walking the Tented Camp property really feels like you're in the jungle. Gone are the days when luxury meant lavishness at any cost. And in Costa Rica, a country known for ecotourism and its diverse environment, travelers seek out these types of experiences. The Nayara Tented Camp proves sustainable luxury is not a compromise. Again, this video is not sponsored, and Nayara did not know we were making this review. The resort's built on a hillside forest where the tents were constructed on stilts, creating grazing land below. They spent years reforesting the property. The tents fit seamlessly into the landscape. Nayara has made a long-term commitment to conservation of Costa Rica's rainforests. They've constructed paths and suspended bridges throughout the resort for guests to explore. They provide great info booklets in your tent that highlight the wildlife and the plants you'll find on the property. The resort is also home to a sloth sanctuary. They've planted thousands of Cricopia trees, which the sloths love. As you walk the property, if you keep an eye out, you might just see some of the tree-dwelling residents. While we didn't see the sloths, we did see a white-nosed coati near our tent, as well as many, many birds. You can spend hours wandering the property looking at the wildlife. As you walk the grounds, you can start to spot the differences between the resorts. One helpful tip is that the pathways change as you move from one to the next. There is also signage. Within the tented camp, the tents are divided into neighborhoods named after animals. The gardens and springs both feel more like a lush, well-landscaped garden. The tented camp feels like you're in the jungle. The overall design and landscaping across all of the resorts is incredible, and they do an excellent job maintaining the property. Guests are welcome to explore. You can even walk through the resort's greenhouse where they grow herbs and produce used across the restaurants. One thing to note is that the resorts are on a steep hillside, and going from the bottom to the top, particularly in the tented camp, is quite a hike. There are buggies available if you don't want to walk. If you're looking for flatter terrain, the gardens had the least amount of elevation change. There are pools at each of the 3 Nayara resorts. This is the pool for the tented camp, a peaceful oasis in the jungle. We did often see guests from the other 2 resorts come up and use the tented camp pool. It was typically busier in the late afternoon. In addition to the pool, the resorts feature several natural hot springs. Unlike some of the resorts in the Arnol region, Nayara does not sell day passes. These hot springs are exclusively for the use of resort guests. We did check them out, and across the 4 days of our stay, we never saw them busy. You could easily have an entire pool to yourself, and the resort staff told us they were at full capacity. The 3 resorts share one fitness center located in the Nayara Springs Resort, which was very well equipped, spacious, and rarely busy. And most importantly, nicely air conditioned. We were told another gym might be in the works for the tented camp, because the current gym is quite a walk. There are 2 spas on the property, one for the tented camp and one for the Springs and Gardens resorts. The spa for the tented camp features an open-air relaxation area, and treatment rooms are open to the jungle. We didn't film in the spa for obvious reasons, but the treatment rooms were some of the best we have ever seen. There are numerous restaurants and bars across the 3 resorts. Ayala is located just off the reception area of the tented camp. It's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and features Mediterranean and Middle Eastern food. The food here was very good. Breakfast is included and was a mix of a well-stocked buffet and an a la carte menu, all included. Also near the tented camp reception is Henry's Bar. This was a great spot for evening cocktails, and the bartenders here were fantastic. They have a big focus on local rums, gin, and whiskey cocktails. They even offer mixology classes during the day. La Terraza was the main all-day venue located at Nayara Gardens and serves modern Costa Rican food. The food here was also excellent. We didn't visit during breakfast, but it was an option. Nayara Gardens has 2 other venues. The Nostalgia Wine Bar, which is open in the evenings. We had drinks here one night, and they do have a food menu as well. The bar is a great concept with nearly 30 wines and dispensers, and you're given a glass and a card to track how much you drink. The wines are offered in 1-ounce tasting pours, 3-ounce, or full glasses. You can try as many as you like. The staff here were also knowledgeable about the wines, and you pay for what you drink. The last dining venue at the Gardens is Asia Luna, an Asian Costa Rican fusion restaurant. The food here was just okay and not as good as the other venues. At Nayara Springs is the property's chef-driven tasting menu restaurant Amor Loco. This was a multi-course event focusing on local foods. Reservations are recommended for Amor Loco. It was a fun experience with some interesting dishes. Overall, dining at the resort was good, with some options better than others. The bars were consistently good, with well-trained bartenders. You can venture off property for meals, and the town of La Fortuna is about a 10 to 15 minute drive. Nayara offers a variety of paid excursions, and the resort employs its own team of naturalists and guides. We took a few excursions. Those separate videos will be available on our Costa Rican playlist, so make sure you subscribe to get notified for when those videos are released. So that's the Nayara Tented Camp in Costa Rica. Would we go back? Absolutely. The tent, the resort property, the attentive staff were all excellent. Let me share a story that we teased at the beginning of this video. As we were preparing to depart, the bellman brought our rental car to the welcome tent. Somewhere between the parking area and the welcome tent, the back tire ran over a screw. As we went to pull away, the pressure warning light came on. Still on the property, I stopped and got out to look at the tire. The bellman saw me stop and came to investigate. I told him we had a low tire. He said he would be right back, and he disappeared to the left of the road on a hidden driveway. A minute later, he came back and told me to pull in. We happened to have stopped right by the resort's mechanic shop for the dozens of buggies they use across the resort. When we pulled in, two mechanics immediately came over, saw that the tire was quickly losing air. They grabbed a jack, took the wheel off, found the screw, removed the screw, then put a plug patch in the tire, refilled the tire, put it in a dunk tank to confirm the repair worked, and then put the tire back on our rental car. All of this took less than 10 minutes. The fact that the bellman was able to take the initiative to problem solve for us not only shows how good the staff is at Nayara, but shows good management. That is what makes a 5-star property 5 stars. We booked this stay directly through the hotel's website, and by booking slightly off season, we found the rates to be nearly half of peak. We'll put the total for our 4-night stay down in the description. Make sure you check out the other videos in our Costa Rica series, and if you made it this far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Until next time, thanks for watching.